Hey there, my name's Ben Baird. Today we're going to talk about the difference between actual size and nominal size of dimensional lumber. So here we have a piece of 2x8. Some people might think that 2x8 is 2 inches by 8 inches, when in reality, a piece of 2x8 is 1.5 inches by 7.5 inches. When we start with this piece of lumber, before we mill it or anything, we're starting with a piece of 7/4 rough lumber. It's actually 1.75 inches thick. And then throughout the drying process, which will cause a little bit of shrinkage, and the milling process, we'll end up with a board that's 1.5 inches thick by 7.5 inches wide. So a lot like the piece of 2x8 we have sitting here, this is a piece of 5/4 by 4 poplar. When we start with this piece of lumber, before there's any milling or done to it, this is coming in at 1.25 inches thick. Same with the 2x. When you dry it and mill it, we're gonna end with a piece of lumber that's 1 inch net. So this piece of 5/4 by 4 poplar is actually 1 inch by 3.5 overall. Here we have a piece of 1x6. 1x6 is actually 3/4 by 5.5. When we're making 1x products, the rough lumber we'll start with is 4/4. It's 1 inch thick. Throughout the drying process, the milling process, and going through the molder, we'll end with a piece of lumber that's sanded one face, 3/4 thick overall. So with all that being said, a good way to remember it is if you're ordering 1x4, 1x6, at least from us anyway, it's always going to be 3/4 of an inch under the one, so 3/4 by, and then a 1/2 inch under the second number. So 1x4 would be 3/4 by 3.5, 1x6 would be 3/4 by 5.5, and so on. As far as the 5/4 product goes, that's always going to be 1 inch net, and then the width is going to follow the 1x as well. And all of our 2x products will always be a 1/2 inch under. So 2x10 is actually 1.5 inches by 9.5, and so on. So hope that helped you guys.